When I have nothing to post, no content, I sometimes just do a video where I respond to something YouTube has done to me. If anybody's not aware of it, YouTube has turned their bot on full blast. They do this every once in a while. It's called the YouTube Purge. In previous purges, it's been based on some damn logic. Now it's based on attacking videos you may have uploaded 2 or 3 years ago or yesterday. Now, I have 4 channels. I have a 5th one I've created because this shit's happening. And my video's been taken down. It has the blow the whistle guy and everything. Warning, strike 1, 2, 3. I'm at warning. Review content. Your content was removed because medical misinformation. The medical misinformation video that I posted was about patents done by somebody who claims that COVID-19 vaccines will make COVID-19 worse. I can hit the appeal button. Universal Immunogenic Formulation, GB, Great Britain, apparently, 2015 and 2017 patents by somebody who removed them in 1 year, then waited 2 years and did the same thing and reneged on that one. And it's of somebody who has almost no criticisms up. Gee, I'll hit the appeal button. Medical misinformation. So I say, by the way, this is the 8th time I've been flagged because of this specific individual. Geert, Vanden made a claim without proof that COVID-19 vaccines have a problem, and or you will wipe out large parts of our human population. This was made by Geert Vanden, director of Co-Imiva LLC, Belgium. This is interesting since in 2018 he described himself as inventor on a patent application for universal vaccines. In 2015 and 2017, both removed by him. And he had an untested, unproven panacea vaccine he tried to sell and or patent, named variously as universally immunogenic formulations. At best, a non-prescription medical preparation typically protected by a trademark or patent, which can be used to make a trademark, by the way. In the patent office in the United States it is, not in Great Britain. Whose contents are incompletely disclosed or never disclosed and are called patent medicines at best. And if sold without regard to effectiveness, at worst, they're typically characterized as pseudoscience or snake oil. 2015 GB201501153D0 and 2017's GB201714183D0. And then I list, well, what else did I say in the video? Because they're letting me scroll it, how stupidly. Wow. All they did was let me, all it is me stating that he did these patents and that I don't believe that his assertions are valid because he keeps saying vaccinating against COVID-19 for whatever reason will cause the destruction of humanity. So my appeal to this is medical misinformation. All right. Control A. You flagged a medical misinformation debunking video as medical misinformation. Why? Now, of course, at the top of this, I have to put in the standard, substandard cut and paste that the bot will listen to, which is I'm reviewing the history of a snake oil salesman, but I'll call it something else. Now, I'm going to explain something here. When you see somebody yelling at the top of their lungs, I'm being silenced, or wearing a mask saying this is censorship, while they're winning a position in power in the United States as a representative of their state after deliberately attempting to quash the vote, participating in rolling out laws to stop people from voting, while claiming the other side rigged an election that their party mostly lost in their own minds because a single president, one candidate, failed to win after spending 4 years during one of the shittiest times in American history. And he's taking the blame for it, basically. That's why he didn't get elected. If you're not aware of it, the reason Donald Trump didn't get elected the second time, yes, that's a double entendre, was because he was at the helm when this country went to shit. He was doomed from the start. He could have been the best president of all. People would have still taken it out on him. The part that killed him was because Donald Trump lied superfluously. He would make a lie up that didn't have any value and gave him nothing because he's petty. That's the reason I'm saying. But the reason he didn't get elected again is a lot of Republicans voted against him because he's a divisive mess who doesn't solve anything. And he went against his own party. You can ask Republicans, why did you vote against Donald Trump? Nobody's actually done that survey. If you voted against Donald Trump, what was the reason? And what you find out, there's actually some surveys. It's very simple. People were angry with him because he failed in some way. And he was, in their minds, tearing apart the Republican Party. He wasn't good for the party. That's all. But the main reason he lost, besides lying and doing it for silly reasons instead of something valuable, so at least if you're going to risk your reputation, make it worthwhile, is because he was in charge of the country when it went to shit because of COVID-19. And the other reason is that he made the Republican Party about a single politician. Reagan can do that. Others could do that. But it was always still about the party. Even Reagan said, "Thou shalt not speak ill of someone in your own party," which I wish the Democrats would take advice from. I wish they would stop being at each other's throats and stop eating each other. That's how they're depicted. That's literally how they're seen. It's not an advantage. So let's get back to this claim without proof that COVID vaccines will be problematic in some way. There's no basis for it. The guy hasn't explained a mechanism that really works. He keeps using comparisons with antibiotics, which are totally different. And if you're not aware of it, Geert, Vanden is a veterinarian by training. So why am I being tagged with medical misinformation? And why am I going to use that in the title of the video? Well, I'm talking about me. Medical misinformation and Geert Vanden. Now, I'd like you to understand this if you're watching. I mean, I did this in less than 2 minutes. The video was short, very digestible. It actually got some views. If you're not aware of this, if you get more than 1,000 subscribers at one point, not necessarily now, because that's small change, obviously, YouTube and Google's bot will deliberately go through and review everything you put up. They're being very aggressive these days, but that's in bursts. In the past, as soon as you got to 1,000 viewers, the bot would just nag you into putting up something they found appropriate. At one time, they said that you need to put up family-friendly, kid-friendly stuff, and then when people did that, they punished them for that. Hence the COPA warning in most of, if not all of my videos. You can't do anything right if they won't tell you what to do right. If they won't tell you what the real rules are, which they won't, you can never, ever appease them. That is a behavior pattern of a despot. Now, I'm going to include the exact description in this video that I did in the other. I'm going to put it on this channel or another channel. Doesn't matter where I put it. And every other video on every other channel with his name in it, criticizing him, will be made visible. Google and YouTube are protecting him by not letting people criticize him. Banning every bit of work by, let's say, David Icke from existence. But at the same time, getting rid of the people who told you that he was a charlatan or wrong about something. The gray aliens and stuff is bullshit, by the way. That just means that the only thing anybody's going to remember is the most famous person, which would be the gray alien guy, or whatever his, whatever his shtick is. This guy's claim about vaccines in general, always causing worse viruses, which is not really based in any real data, going unchallenged, because all you've allowed is for him to say something and become famous, but no one, not one or any, are able to criticize him on your platform, will not allow us to have a dissenting view to see. And his videos don't get taken down. The only effect this has is protecting what is claimed to be medical misinformation. So what I'll do is I'll remove the word COVID-19 or any mention of COVID-19. I think I'll upload it to this channel. It's identical. I'll just remove what type of vaccine, because in essence I should have done that. And of course YouTube won't tell me why they did it, but it was because it said COVID-19 in the description. So I will look for COVID-19 in every description of every video I have and just remove it. Most of them are old. Doesn't matter. It's become a blunt instrument to silence people. When you let a supposedly artificial intelligent routine decide who is and is not good, you're double plus ungood. Next, I want to point out one very, very important thing here. Here it goes. Google keeps using an artificial intelligence routine for doing this. And it's the same, prove me wrong, it's the same utility that shoves ads in your face, which is how Google pays its bills. Every one of you that does advertising through Google, through any form of Google, or Alphabet is the name of the company that's the parent company now, you are a fool because you're trusting a bot that can't tell a debunking from a snake oil video. I'm debunking snake oil, not promoting it. We mustn't talk about this, I guess. Now, it could just be the title, but I didn't have COVID-19 in the title. So I will remove COVID-19 from this description exclusively, and on all my videos so that they're harder to flag. We'll do that experiment. And again, Google's bot is broken. Don't trust it with your ad money. And I find his assertions lacking. Now, I'm an ordinary person just like you. Watching someone on YouTube like him, talking at length, speaking in commoner terms, I'm saying commoner as in the commoners, communicating with us, is great. It's very approachable. It doesn't change whether or not he's telling you something that's actually true. And it would help if medical science did a better job explaining things. And it'd be better if people didn't transfix on him versus Fauci or something. Fauci isn't lying to you. He may be wrong, but he's not lying to you. I don't believe he's lying. This guy is probably not lying either. But I'm allowed to criticize him, and I'm going to keep doing it. Every one of my channels will have the same videos made visible, but I will remove COVID-19 from every video I've uploaded up to today, so that it can't be used as an excuse to flag it. If that's the magic formula, we'll just call it something else, I guess. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And yeah, it's a flag attack. I'll check the other channels, and they'll have the same thing. Maybe even the unlisted ones again.